Hello, 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 everybody. I hope that your week is off to an amazing start. I know that for me, I have already began to do my cooking. I have already made my chicken broth and stock for my dressing, and I am, have chopped up all my onions and celery and bell pepper and all those kind of things. So tomorrow I can start putting everything together and do my baked goods. So I pray that you are in a position or you have been invited somewhere to partake in Thanksgiving. And even if you have not, hello, Auntie Five, how are you? How are you, beautiful lady? Thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate you. I wish that when I was in Texas, I was in Texas to put my aunt away. But I wish I would have been able to make it to Dallas because my cousins and them were trying to get me to come, and I would have looked you up. Been a crazy last several days. I'm glad to catch you. Thank you so much. It has been a crazy last several days, not just for you, but for a whole lot of people. But you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure that you're putting in the chat where you're joining me from. I would love, love, love to give you a shout out. And like I said, if you're watching me from a YouTube channel, thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching me from Facebook, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys. But like I said, today was able to make my own chicken broth for my dressing. And I just have started doing the little things that can take a long, long time. Um, you know, um, when you're trying to cook, right? Hello, how are you? How you doing from my YouTube channel? Andre, how are you? I appreciate you for getting on here. And so I like I said, I hope that everybody has a place to go for the holidays. And if you don't, I am praying that God opens a door and that you don't feel left alone and feel left out. Because I also know how that feels. I'm glad that you're well. I am so glad. Thank you so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. I appreciate you. And so this chat tonight comes from a beautiful wife in Wisconsin. And she wants me to talk about holiday blues and depression. And she said, even though she's been married to her spouse 17 years, they're not in a good space, and that they don't have family around. They have very few friends that they get along with, because he is not one that is really outgoing. And so the people that she has met at work or whatever, has tried to invite them over for Thanksgiving and different, functions, and he has declined. And so during the holidays, when everybody's really excited and really, talking about the holidays, she's not excited. So she goes into the holiday blues and depression. She said she can't afford to fly home. And he does not want to fly home. And then so it's a financial thing as well. And so she does not really enjoy the holidays. Hello, Quentin. How are you from Philadelphia? Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. I appreciate you for hopping on. And so I want to talk to you a little bit about the holiday blues and depression, okay? Because this is something that is so real that it happens to a lot of people. And even though you might have people around, if you are, having some situations going on with you in your head, or you're missing someone or whatever, it can manifest. Okay. And what is the holiday blues? It's a temporary feeling of anxiety, depression during the holidays. That is the definition of what the holiday blues is. And what can bring on the holiday blues? Loneliness. And even though, she has her husband, she, was very clear that they're not in a good space, right? And so, and he does not want to go to any of her coworkers, or he does not want them to come over either. So she feels lonely because they're not in a good space already. Financial stress can literally bring on, the holiday blues, because everybody's talking about what they're cooking, what they're bringing, and all those kind of things. And everybody has said, from the news to the president, that everybody's paying more money for a turkey. I think they said 7% more than we did last year, and all the toppings and fixings and all the stuff has went up, and it is absolutely ridiculous, right? It is absolutely ridiculous that things have went up so expensive. So, financial stress, you know, um, events and expectations. A lot of times we put all of this expectations on ourselves, about what our Thanksgiving should look like compared to other people's Thanksgiving. We get expectations if we don't get invited to a dinner or to an event that we think that we should be invited to. So those are some of the things. And then also missing some loved ones, right? Missing loved ones, especially this young lady said that they couldn't afford for them to go home or whatever. And so for me, it's going to be hard because I will be missing my aunt that I just, flew to Texas to bury, which was the matriarch of our family, and who was, along with my grandmother, was vital and taught me how to cook all my Thanksgiving meals. So it's going to be, for me, it's going to be a celebration because she lived 95 years, and I'm able to carry on traditions that she passed on to me when it comes to my food. So this holiday is going to be a celebration in honor of her. And I will post some pictures. I love to cook, and I have been told by people that I'm an amazing cook. I've been writing a cookbook since yesterday, forever, to be honest with you. But one day it's going to come out. I already got the name of it, but it'll come out. But like I said, that is something, that is a way that I show my family love, is that I cook most of the time, 99% of the time, Monday through Thursday, I cook. And most people are like, you cook? I really do. And it's something that I actually enjoy. And I just made pasta for them before I got on here. And so everybody's downstairs actually eating while I'm teaching. But again, missing loved ones can be a way that some people feel, the holiday blues or depression, right? So let me give you some ways that if you are feeling alone or feeling depressed, to kind of manage that, right? And hopefully it's not something that you stay in. And most of the time when it's the holiday depression or blues, it's a temporary thing because you're just inundated with the commercials, Black Friday, what people are saying or whatever, right? And I have people who have called me all, for the last 3 days. Gail, how do you make this? Gail, I won't be able to make it, but I want to make this of what you've done before, right? And so it's all of these things, all of these expectations that you can do. Yes, it's very hard right now. It is very hard. It's very hard for a lot of people. And I was telling one of my really good girlfriends, this past weekend I had went to my church and I went to serve, they was giving away turkeys and all this kind of stuff. And I said, and don't come for me, but I'm just being open and honest, and then I'll finish this teaching, that we got to do better. We got to do better because people are hungry 365 days a year, not just around the holidays. That's number one. And number two, it was people pulling up there, and don't come for me. It just blows my mind. It was people pulling up there in Mercedes, Lexuses, Range Rovers, and all of this kind of stuff. And my thought process is that I know what those car notes look like, and you're pulling up to get free turkeys and all that kind of stuff, right? And we got to do better because the people who really need that stuff don't have a way to get it. That's number one. And then number two, what sent me over the edge was it was a lady that pulled up in a Range Rover and gonna say as she was walking away, girl, I went to the other another church, and girl, they gave away canned goods and so and so just yesterday. That blew me away because you're not getting it because you need it. You're getting it because you're hoarding it and they're giving it away. And that literally blew me away. And I went and stopped that lady and I said, ma'am, I said, you're driving a Range Rover and I know how much a Range Rover costs. And I said, if you are going from church to church, organization to organization, getting free food that you can afford, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I'm just letting you know. And that sent me over the edge because we got to do better. Do not go and get none of this free stuff if you can afford to do it. And I also told the leaders of my church that we shouldn't do it this way no more. We need to go find those people that's sitting and sleeping on the streets and bring them in and feed them, not hand people that's driving Range Rovers and Lexuses and Mercedes Benz all of this stuff so they can go hoard it. That's just my tangent. It just blew me away that people actually do that. But anyway, talk about it, Gail. Greed. I'm not saying just because you own a certain kind of car that you cannot be struggling. But my thoughts are is don't drive a car and can't feed yourself. Don't do that. Don't. Yeah, don't do it. Okay. All right, I'm moving on, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, Andre. It just like blew me away that these people was doing this, and I was like, we got to do better as a church and as an organization to go find those people that's sleeping under the bridges and stuff, and quit letting these people pull up and get these things when they don't really need them. That's my thoughts. Okay. Anyway, the first thing that you can do is, stay in touch with people. Don't isolate yourself. Don't put yourself in a situation where you feel alone, right? If you and your husband are struggling, go and I'm talking to this young lady, go pick up the phone and talk to your coworkers that invited you over. If nothing else, have dinner with your spouse and then go have dessert over there so you can surround yourself with some laughter and some fun and be in the midst of people who want you to be with them. That's number one. Don't isolate yourself. Don't do it, right? Number two, don't consume a lot of alcohol and drugs to try to get out of the situation and not be current in the situation, because consuming a lot of alcohol and drugs are not going to do anything for you but make you more depressed and more dependent, and you're going to end up not feeling well after you come out of your stupor. So that is not a way to handle depression or the holiday blues, to get drunk or to get high. It's not a way to handle it. You're just creating another problem that you're going to have to deal with later. Okay. Number three, find someone to talk about it freely. There's plenty of hotlines that you can call. You can call me. That's what I do all day. But let me just tell you, and I'm being 100% honest, starting tomorrow, I'm off till Monday. So I might not be the best person, but there are other hotlines, and I will definitely put them in the chat for you to, if you are in a situation where you have no outlet, nobody you can pick up the phone and call, like a girlfriend, your mother, your aunt, one of your coworkers, or anybody that you can talk to, because it helps to talk about it. If you can talk to your spouse, that's great about how you're feeling. But if you're in a situation like this young lady is, she doesn't feel like she can have a conversation with her husband about how she's feeling, find somebody to talk to you, right? There's plenty of social media groups that deal with depression and all kind of different things. And like I said, I'll give you a couple of hotlines before I get off of here. I'll put them in there if you're in a situation where you have nobody to talk to. Okay. Number four is manage your expectations. Again, a lot of times we put ourselves in situations where we feel lonely, we feel down, we feel defeated because we allow what the world's expectations of what these holidays should look like. And if we don't feel we're meeting them, then we get depressed and down, right? So manage your expectation, because let me just tell you, these holidays, especially Thanksgiving, is not about how big your turkey is and what you ate and all those kind of things. That's nice, right? But it's not. It's about being thankful for just being here and knowing and understanding what day it is. So many people have lost their life to COVID. So many people have lost their life to the flu. So many people have lost their life to gunfire and to violence. It's so much stuff going on in the world. Just be thankful that you're here, that you have movement to your limbs, you have your right mind. All of those things are what we should be thankful for. A roof over our heads. Those are the things we should be thankful for. Not how big the turkey is, not how, but all of the stuff that really doesn't matter. The type of car you drive, all of those things, because none of those things can show you love. They can't. They can't show you love. A car can't pet you on your back and tell them they can't. But we put our onus in other things that don't even matter. Okay. Number 5, pamper yourself. If all you can do is go in the bathroom, light one candle, turn off the lights, and sit in a tub and play some music, do that. But pamper yourself. Check out from everything else that's going on that's making you depressed and learn to pamper yourself. I remember when Gail and I was so poor, literally, I would go sit in the bathtub. I would make it real hot. I would turn on my little boom box because that's what was out at the time. And I would light one candle because that's all I had was one candle. And I would just sit there and act like I was in a spa. And that was the best time that I could have at the time, that with the kind of money that we had. It's not about things. It's about you saying that I'm worth taking some time to take care of me. And I'm not going to let everything that's going on social media and all this kind of stuff deter me and put me in a situation where I'm not even enjoying life that somebody lost today. Number 6, don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to say no. No is a complete sentence. You don't have to say yes to everything. And you don't have to say yes because you feel obligated. No is a complete sentence. No, I'm not cooking. I'm gonna do takeout. No, I'm not going over to so-and-so house. No, I'm not. It's okay. It's okay to say no. Especially if you're going to be taking care of your mental by saying no. And number 7, celebrate in a different way. If you can't afford a turkey, don't get a turkey. Make tacos. Do something different. You don't have to have a turkey and all the stuff that other people are having. Celebrate the way you want to celebrate. It's your Thanksgiving. The world has said we got to have turkey and all this kind of stuff, but celebrate that's going to bring you joy. That's going to bring you peace. That's going to bring joy into your life and to the other people that is going to celebrate with you. Because at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself. You do. And we have done some non-traditional Thanksgiving, and we have done some non-traditional Christmases. I'm from Texas, so we've had Mexican, food for Thanksgiving and Mexican food for Christmas. Then one year we had a seafood extravaganza. I wasn't worried about what everybody else was doing. I was worried about what the Crowder family wanted and what was going to bring us joy. So celebrate in a different way, and it does not have to be around food. It doesn't. It could be a celebration of life for you, for your marriage, for your children, whatever that looks like for you. And we as people have to stop looking at what's going on social media, which 99% of it ain't real, no way, to be honest with you, and celebrate and honor yourself and what's going on in your household. And I hope and pray that this teaching has helped this young lady, because again, we get caught up in the wrong things. We really do. We get caught up in the wrong things. You agree with me? Thank you so much. And again, you guys, I pray that, however you're going to celebrate your Thanksgiving, that it brings you joy. It does not bring you a lot of stress, and you're not fussing with your spouses and hollering and screaming at the children, because that's not what Thursday is all about. It's really not. It's really about bringing together, love, peace, and joy. And we've got that so twisted because, the world has commercialized everything. And we think that we have to fit in this box in order for it to be something that we're thankful for. And that's not the will of God for our lives. It really is not. And so again, you guys, happy Thanksgiving. If you guys need me, you know how to find me. I am on all my social media, is just me. If you want to talk to me, again, I'm closed until Monday, so you won't be able to get on my calendar till Monday. But I will be on my social media. So if you send me an email or inbox me, I will definitely respond to you. Also, look for my Black Friday special. I'll be running a $99, and it's only for Friday and Saturday, for my Bringing Sexy Back to the Marriage. And I'm only letting 50 tickets go at $99. After that, I'm not running any more specials for that. So you guys can look for that on my social media. I suggest that if you are on my email list, you'll be getting it first. So make sure that if you want to come to my conference in January, because it's going to sell out, that you make sure that if you want to do the $99 special, go ahead and do that. I agree with you. Amen. Hi, Tamika. How are you? Thank you, thankfulness and people to all. Thank you guys so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys to pieces. Again, look out for my BSB special that's going to be going down on Friday and Saturday. Again, I only have 50 tickets at that rate, and after that, it's going to be a wrap. And the people who are on my email list are going to definitely get the link first, and then everybody else will get it. So again, I am super excited about Thanksgiving. Y'all know this will be my first time, like standing for a long time cooking after my surgery, but I'm doing well. I had quit physical therapy, and yeah, that didn't work out too good. So I started back this week. I had decided that I would go quit physical therapy, and my orthopedic was like, that is not your degree, and you're not that type of doctor, so you better take your little behind right back onto physical therapy. But it's like been painful though. But I'm getting stronger, so thank God for that. And again, I love you guys to pieces, and thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for all your comments. And my prayer is that this Thanksgiving is something that you're thankful for, not something that brings you down, not something that puts you in a mood that you don't want to, be here anymore. Because a lot of times, suicide goes really high around this time, and I'm praying that none of you guys are in that position, but if you are, please reach out, because life is so great. And just because you're in this space where you're feeling like you're defeated, that's not the will of God for you to take your life. All right. I love you guys to pieces. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing Thanksgiving. Be safe. Make sure to tell someone that you love them, because you never know when tomorrow is not promised to you. All right.